guys, this is Carrie from Tone Wars. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. We're really excited to hang out with you and to have you be part of our community. If you like what you see here, here's a couple ways you can support the channel. We always appreciate super chats very much, but here's a couple other ways you can support the channel and get something in return other than just content. If the super chat feature doesn't work for you, or if you're watching after the live stream, Jared's PayPal account link is listed below. Any donation of any amount is greatly appreciated. Since the show is sponsored in part by Motor City Guitar, we've included an affiliate link below. By clicking the link below, everybody wins. You're getting a great deal on some awesome equipment, you're supporting a store that has tons of inventory and great customer service, and you're supporting Tone Wars. And on top of all of that, if you live outside of the state of Michigan, whenever you buy anything from Motor City Guitar, you don't pay any sales tax. And last but certainly not least, you can visit our website at tonewars.com. The link is below. There you will find some awesome Kemper profile packs with the tone and feel guitar players love. You will also find presets for the very popular HELIX, HX Effects, HX Stomp, and Pod Go. Alright, the show's about to begin. We look forward to hanging out with you, so grab your favorite drink and join us in the live chat.
Welcome to Tone Wars.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tone Wars Sunday Night Edition. I'm Carrie. This is Jared.
Sunday night. Man, I can't believe it's here already. This week kind of went by fast for me.
Did go by super fast.
Yeah, it's been crazy here. So it's been cray-cray.
Now we can reset. Resetting
Yes.
Tone Wars. You good?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get my chair in the right
Doing
spot
the
here.
fan dance.
Doing a little dance for everybody.
I'm loving the weather that we're having
Yeah.
lately.
Yeah, it's
This
been nice.
this is my time to shine. I can actually go outside now.
It is nice out. It's really
Yeah.
nice. I've had the windows open all day. It got up to 72, but it was still kind of cool out, so
it's
I didn't
good.
care. Yeah, it's nice to when I get up in the morning to open every window in the house and just air it out. Let all the fresh air in. The whole house smells like fall.
Right.
So it's
Do you
best.
think that this is false fall, or do you think that fall is here to stay?
Fall is a fickle girl. She never knows if she's going to commit or not, you know?
Right.
And then sometimes by the time she commits, it snows.
Too
and
late.
you're like, oh.
It's too late.
And you're standing at the station waiting and waving goodbye to her. See you next year.
Aw, yeah. You know what tonight would have been a good night to do? Have Tone Wars from Jay's patio.
Yeah.
Hi, Jay. Been a good night for that.
Yeah, Jay. But instead, we're stuck in this,
In the dungeon.
in the dungeon full of amps. So horrible.
Right. Let's say hi to a few peeps.
No, let's say hi to all of them.
All right. Hi, all.
Don't be playing favorites.
That's it. He just said to say hi to everybody. Hi, everybody. No.
No, like
Okay.
individually.
Chicago Todd. Yo, y'all.
first.
Chicago Todd checking in.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
Helix Cabana Boy. Hey,
Hey.
you made it early.
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
I think it's breakfast time where he's
Breakfast time.
at. Yeah, so he's having breakfast with Tone Wars.
You eating your I wouldn't say Cheaties, but it was Wheaties.
Wheaties.
It
You
was
eating
a
your
cross
Wheaties?
between Cheerios and Wheaties,
Yeah.
and it came out Cheaties.
It's pretty weird. We're drinking during breakfast, aren't we, Darren?
There
Yeah.
you go.
Cheers.
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 I'm foregone the whiskey. I forewent the whiskey.
Yeah, something like that.
I didn't choose whiskey anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mule Blues.
Hey, what's
What's
happening?
Jason Taylor. What's up, everybody?
Hey, Jason, what's happening, man? Good to see you.
About to tell you, he's got beer, football, and guitars on Sunday.
Oh my gosh, that's a full day.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
I guess our football day was pretty disappointing. Detroit Lions.
Oh, I didn't even.
I know. I saw on Facebook a
Oh,
couple
do you?
posts.
They
Yeah.
lost.
I think. Well, I'm assuming.
Big shocker. The Lions lost.
Right.
Oh man.
Paul Smith is here.
Hey,
He's
Paul.
having pizza and cocktails.
Hey.
Waiting to hear the monster.
Oh yeah, the beasts. The beast will rattle the freaking rafters today. I'll tell you.
Let's see, Sean Casey. Hi, Carrie and Jared. Greetings from northern Idaho. It's pretty smoky around here because the fires of Washington, Idaho, and California, and Oregon.
Yeah.
I bet. Or do you guys have an air quality issue now, or are you in that
It's possible.
zone?
Yeah. Good to see you here. Oh, I got to get some pictures to Sean. Oh, God. I'm sorry, Sean. I'll get those to you tomorrow morning. As soon as I roll out of the fart sack, I'll do them.
Literally, the fart sack. Did you happen to see the fire tornado? The fire-nado?
No.
I think it was in California or whatever. I just had a video sent to me. It was a tornado of fire.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Craziness.
I've heard of Sharknado, but not fire nados.
I think I'd rather have the Sharknado rather than a fire-nado.
Probably.
Christopher, happy Sunday.
Hey, thank you. Happy Sunday to you too.
Mike Jacobs is here.
Hey, Mike.
Warm Chord Music.
Warm Chord. Jay, what's happening, buddy?
Coming to you from his backyard.
From his backyard.
From his glorious patio.
With waterfalls and fires and
Yes.
dragons and who else, what else.
Yeah. Let's see. Paul Smith, we already said hi to Paul, but hi again. Derek Samp, can't wait to hear the Roadster. I miss my solo head, but not the weight of it, right?
Oh, yeah. What's up, buddy? Yeah. Yeah, so...
Derek for Helix Command Boy says 9 a.m. Vegemite time. I've never had Vegemite. I hear that it's awful for us on the other side of the hemisphere. Or are we on the same side of the hemisphere, just on the map, the
I'm not sure.
map?
Yeah, I'm really not sure. I'm not... You know me with
maybe
directions.
with California, maybe they would be closer because of this. But since we're in Michigan, maybe, I don't know. But
no idea.
You're over there and we're here, so.
Yeah, Vegemite, huh?
Vegemite.
I gotta try that.
Give me some Vegemite.
Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah.
Man,
For Ager, hey man, he's back. Play Tornado of Souls, he says.
Ooh.
I think for Ager, he's our Indian food lover.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, man? I don't know Tornadoes of Souls, but trying to remember who.
Ooh, you should make your own Fire Tornado song.
Fire Tornado. Maybe I should. Yeah, that's a Fire-nado. I don't know. I'll have to think of something for it. Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Sean says, yes, we do. It's a hazard. So
Ooh,
with
yikes.
What air quality, yeah.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
And are you guys still wearing masks and all of that? That would be horrible. Mask on top of, man.
Not being able to breathe on top of not being able to breathe.
Yeah.
That would suck,
I
man.
wonder if you live in places like that, do they have like filters on your homes for, I mean, if the fire is going to come, it's going to burn your home, but if you're just an air quality thing,
They're telling you to recycle the air inside your house for your AC units.
Oh, is there a switch for that on your?
Yep.
You can recycle or.
Yep. That way you can recycle the air instead of draw.
Don't fart inside.
Yeah.
Only fart outside.
They're farts, but they're cold farts.
Yeah.
Ever had a cold fart before? I don't know.
Meal Blues says Megadeth.
Oh yeah. Yep. Tornado of Souls, Megadeth. Yeah. I knew that song sounded familiar. That name. Yep. I don't know it though. And if I played three notes from it, I would get demonetized. So.
Aw. So weird looking at you right now. He's been wearing his glasses more, and I'm looking at like there's something missing from your face.
Yeah, my glasses, because they're all gonna make fun of me. They're all gonna be like, nerd alert.
You know what they're gonna make fun of you for is pushing the wrong button because you can't read it.
I can read. I never learned to read.
You're so silly.
No, you know what's funny though? Funny story about this amp. So I went to go buy this yesterday, and I went to go buy the amp yesterday.
That way.
There, this thing, and so I go in the house. I forget my glasses, and I'm turning the knobs and. You guys are probably familiar with these knobs. You can't see like where the knob is. It's got this little indicator on it of where it's at, and I couldn't see them because I took my glasses off as soon as I got there, and my eyes were still adjusting. I went downstairs and I'm turning the knobs, and I'm like, well, it works. Everything works, but in my head I'm like, this thing, it sounds kind of thin and stuff, and I'm like, what the heck?
You couldn't see what
I couldn't see what I was doing, so I got it home. and plugged it in and had my glasses on. I'm like, oh my God. I had the bass all the way down, the treble and presence all the way up.
Those darned glasses.
Yeah, I was like, oops.
Steve Evenchek just rolled in.
Hey, what's up, man? Good to see you.
He says he's just getting here because he wanted to listen to their song that's on the radio. They've been playing their songs every week on 3 different stations.
Nice, man. Congrats.
He also can't wait to get your take on the Roadster since he has one downstairs in the case.
In the case.
And then Sean says, yes, Carrie. So maybe they do have to have filters or something.
Yeah,
on their
it's
house
nuts,
or
man.
something.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. God bless you guys.
Or are you saying yes, Carrie, to don't fart in your house when you're recycling your air?
Probably both. It was one yes, Carrie, that covered both things. Yeah.
Let's see, Jason Taylor. They're on day 27, straight day of bad air quality. Day 27, man.
My brother lives out in Cali, so
Yeah.
I forget what part. I don't know. I haven't asked. I should probably ask. He lives up on a hill somewhere. I don't know. I don't know what city.
I
Do you
feel like
remember
he
what
probably
city?
would have texted you or something.
Yeah, probably.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he lives. I don't know. I'll have to figure
But
out what
it's
city.
beautiful. I have seen pictures of it.
Yeah, holy crap. Boy, some nice houses out there. Yeah, he's got like top of the hill house. It's crazy. Like he's king of the hill, literally, out where he lives.
Got the pool with the waterfall.
Oh yeah, he's got all that stuff.
Fancy schmancy stuff.
I hate him.
I don't. Hi, Jimmy.
He don't watch this.
He probably does.
Probably doesn't.
He probably does. He's one of those flies on the wall.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah. Let's see. I feel like I missed something. Yeah, Manny Mahiha.
Oh, that's right.
I remember.
Yeah.
Manny Mahiha. He's here.
Remembered it.
Hi, guys. Signing on a little late. The fires are getting closer here in California. You get hot?
I'm trying to get some of the fan. I pointed it at her. She's like, it's perfect. I said, that probably means I don't get any. Sure enough, I got some on the shoulder here. Yeah.
Well, you don't need it.
I do.
You're a dude. Dudes are supposed to sweat.
Oh, yeah, okay. You guys don't know, like down here, all the lights that are on us right now.
They're
like
LEDs.
crazy.
They're not even hot.
It gets warm. Plus, I got this hot box right next to me, freaking generating all kinds of heats.
Marty 5. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man?
Manny Mahiha says, I don't think there's anywhere here in California not affected by the fires. Right. I'm sure if it's not one thing, it's the other.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, Jim's probably dealing with it, in his mansion. Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. We were gonna go visit this January, right?
Yeah.
Because of what's it called?
NAMM. NAMM got canceled. We were gonna stay at my brother in his hacienda.
Hacienda.
In his hacienda.
Did he have a pool boy?
I don't. Probably. What, you got plans for him?
Yeah, we were gonna go out and see the house and just get caught up, but guess not.
But NAMM got canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, but that's okay. There will be next time.
Dale Robertson just chimed in. He said, Cali sucks right now. Breathing is rough. I'm really, my heart goes out.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Love and prayers and...
Yeah, it sucks, man. We have no idea what it's like. It's like, I've seen, like, pictures people posted, like, of the sky. It's, like, red. And they say it looks like something out of, like, a movie. Like, out of, like, Independence Day. Yeah. Like, it just, you could see this red surge coming at you. And it's just awful, and... That's got to be spooky,
I wonder why people stay. I mean, I know if it's home, like Michigan is home. We have rough winters, and now we freaking have woof. We have woof summers, too.
Yeah.
It's like the devil's doorstep here for 2 months.
Yeah.
July and August are awful.
Yep.
And then we have winter for 9 months.
Yeah. Sucks.
But I was going to say, with the wildfires and the smoke, like, why you guys stay there?
Yeah. Well, you better, Kelly? You got to go.
No, I've never been.
That's why. I mean, I'm not kidding you. It's gorgeous out there. The country is, oh my God, everything. Yeah. The trees, I mean, it's weird. Like, when I went there, we went to Mission Beach, and we went to La Jolla and all these other places. And you see things you don't see here at all. Like you can go to the beach and see a bunch of seals just sitting there, just hanging out. And it's like...
we have
I see
seagulls.
Yeah, exactly.
We have seagulls. We have beavers.
Yeah.
otters.
Yeah, and the thing is like,
Deer.
and the thing is like, you know, you're used to seeing them on TV, and then there they are right there, a bunch of seals,
Yeah.
you know, and you're like, oh my God, there's like 30 seals sitting
Do
there.
you get close to them? Can you like, or do you kind of
They're
keep your
usually
distance?
they're usually like where the water break is, like it comes in and there's rocks and stuff. They just hang out down
Yeah.
there, which people don't usually go down there. But you're 20 feet away.
Yeah.
You can see them in the breaking walls
Probably
and
shouldn't
stuff.
swim with them because you would get eaten by a shark.
Probably, yeah.
Get mistaken for a juicy seal.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's just in the trees, the plants, all that stuff. It's just gorgeous. I mean, it's just, and it was crazy. Like when we went to La Jolla, if I remember, it was La Jolla. We drove up this hill, and it was a mile high, and your ears pop. You know, and there's houses like built into the rocks, into
Yeah.
the cliffs.
Yeah.
So when we got to the top, you could literally like get out of the car and walk on top of somebody's house if you wanted to, because there's the road and it
The
just
roof,
dips down a
huh?
couple feet and a roof of someone's house. I'm like, I could step on this house right now. He's like, yeah, but don't do that. I'm like, I'm not gonna, but I might. No, it was really cool. Like you just see stuff you never saw before.
Well, either
So.
I've said hello to everybody or my phone is locked up. The last message I have is Dale Robertson. Is that what you have?
Yes.
All right. Well, hello and welcome, and let's dig in. Do you
Yeah.
want to do viewer comments first?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and do it.
All right. Let me get to
Down.
my... Oh, it looks weird now. Here, screenshots. And the first viewer comment that I took is from David Draper. 18 hours ago, he
Oh.
said, best recommend the Friedman or the EVH Stealth 50 in the same cost realm, so I'm curious about your opinion.
Ah, well, thanks for the question, David.
Survey says.
Yeah, survey says best recommend for the price between the what again?
The Friedman or the EVH Stealth 50?
I would say the Stealth 50 watt because for what I do, I'm a metal player. The Stealth 50 watt sounds bigger, fatter, and I love the fact that it's got 3 channels on it that are just amazing. And for the price, pound for pound, I think Stealth is one of the best amps out there. I love the way it looks, but you know, we don't buy amps because they look cool. But I think the aesthetics are
sometimes
better. I think the Stealth is a home run. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And the Friedman sounded good in the episode. The JJ, I think it sounded really good. For what I do, I would prefer the Stealth, but I'm not going to take anything away from the Friedman because I really enjoyed playing that. And that was one of the first times I actually gelled with the Friedman amp.
Yeah.
And it performed very well.
Shut off my... shut down YouTube. There we go.
There you go.
We have a couple more live comments. Steve Evenchek, doesn't Ozzy have a song? Carrie wears boots. Doesn't Ozzy have a song?
Oh, it was actually a Black Sabbath song, Fairies Wear Boots.
Oh,
Yeah.
very sorry.
Yep.
Funny. Oh, Jay decided to chime in again with a super chat.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Arnold compares his new... Do you want to talk about that real quick?
What? Yeah, I can, but I'll do that first, I
Okay,
guess.
Arnold compares his new Roadster to a roast beef sandwich and on pumpernickel. And it's sandwich, not sandwich. It's
Oh, sandwich?
on pumpernickel.
Pumpernickel.
Good luck with pumpernickel.
Yeah, exactly.
On a pumpernickel. There you go. Done.
Arnold compares the Roadster
To a roast beef sandwich on pumpernickel.
sandwich, not sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay. Where do you get this stuff, man? Oh God! All right, this is the Mesa Dual Rec Roadster. There's 4 channels. In the sandwich, what do you call it?
Sandwich.
Sandwich. There's what kind was it?
Pumpernickel.
Roast beef on pumpernickel. They're nothing alike at all, because you cannot eat the Roadster, but you can eat the pumpernickel
Roast
bread
beef.
and the roast beef sandwich.
I think earlier when you were playing it, you kept saying, "Where's the beef?" So you could tie that in.
Yes, so anytime you play this here and it's not enough bass in it, you just turn the bass up or you eat a pumpernickel roast beef sandwich. Either way, you get more beef. So there you have it. roast beef, pumpernickel, whatever.
Pumpernickel.
I don't even know how to say it because I'm German. Pumpernickel
and
sandwich.
He's not German. He's Austrian.
I don't care.
I looked that up this week. I googled it.
I googled it.
You know, I don't know why my son asks me the strangest questions. So we're sitting in the car. Mom, what nationality is Arnold Schwarzenegger? I'm like, I think he's German, but I bet you he's Austrian. And he's like, no, he's not Austrian. And I googled it right there at a red light, of course, not driving.
Yeah. Oh.
Austrian.
Yeah. Don't be Googling while you're driving. I'll tell Oprah.
You'll tell Oprah. Yeah. Let's see. Jay says, my wife apologized on my behalf. Hey, Amy, if you're watching, happy birthday.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Amy.
It's a day late or so, but I commented on your dinner with Jay, and then I saw the next day that everybody was like, happy birthday. But anyway, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Amy.
Yes.
Happy birthday.
We have Zeno, lots of X's anyway.
Oh, yeah, he's been here before.
X's. He is from Ireland. Hope we're doing well, and we hope you are doing well as well.
Yes, good to see you, buddy.
Jorge or George, whichever one, I forgot. Guitar 25 says, what's up? Will you ever demo paid and free amp plugins?
Oh, good question. I do want to do the amp plugins soon. I just got to figure out a way to do it where I could go live with them. It's one of those things I'm working on. If I can't do it where I go live, then I'll just have to do a pre-recorded kind of demo of them. I have yet to ever play any. So, like the Neural DSP stuff, haven't played any of it. So, good question. It's definitely on my radar. I just don't know when.
All right, next viewer comment that I screenshotted from the week. 3 days ago, what is your favorite recorded tone? Oh, sorry. This is from Gerald Rauch, R-A-U-C-H. What is your favorite recorded tone of all time? Mine is a tie. Master of Puppets and Images and Words.
I would say anything that Petrucci has done, Images and Words is definitely one of the best guitar sounds out there in my opinion. And I love his live tones better than his recorded like studio stuff because, you know, when you're playing live, you're gonna turn your amp, you're gonna juice it in ways that you wouldn't do in a studio. Studio, everything's more controlled and refined, but live it's more raw. So when he's on stage playing live, and they got his amp mic'd up, I mean, he's just unleashing the fury of that amplifier, and it just captures all of that so well. And I love his live recorded tones the best. I mean, so like anything John's done on any DVD, like the Budokan and the last few that they've done, like the one in Boston and stuff like that. I mean, the guitar sound is just amazing. Even on Chaos, the tour, that was some of his best guitar sound as well. So any of that stuff, I love that stuff.
There you go. All right, next one. Same dude. Yep, same comment. Gerald.
Man, I wish I had some fan.
We'll fix it. You want to fix it?
I'm like sweating bullets over here. It's gonna steal a little bit.
I can scoot over. I am not scared of that. All right, so he said, again, 3 days ago, great videos, man, really in-depth.
Thank you.
He has the Mark 525, but I'm selling as I just got the EVH 50-watt Stealth. Mm-hmm. The 525 is great, don't get me wrong, but I have a Mark 4 and only use the 525 in the 4 mode anyway. Awesome content.
Oh, thank you. Well, that makes sense. I mean, if you have a Mark 4 and that's the only, channel that you use in the Mark 525, yeah, I would sell it and get the Stealth as well. So I think he made the right move because he still gets that Mark sound in the Mark 4.
Yeah.
So, because where's my Mark? It's right there, and I use the Mark 5 or the Mark 4 setting in that as well. So if I had a Mark 4, there really wouldn't be a reason for me to buy that, but since I don't, I bought it, and it's a freaking killer amp. That amp is, if you're looking for a good lunchbox amp that's very versatile and sounds huge, go buy the Mark 525 or the Mark 535. Killer amps.
Marty 5 says, and liquid tension experiment. That was awesome live.
You know what? You're right. That was some great guitar playing and some great guitar tone. I really do. I prefer live guitar because that's what I do. Like when I'm on live with you guys, I play live, obviously, and I just think that recorded guitar tones especially by themselves, single tracked, I mean, they're just too refined. I mean, the gain's turned way down because you're stacking them 2 on each side, so you're quad tracking or dual tracking. And everything's cut and nip tucked everywhere, and there's just it sounds good. Don't get me wrong, because it's made for a recording, like a mix. But I just feel like live. I love live DVDs and live concerts, especially like if they're well produced and well engineered, and well mixed. It's just there's just a rawness there and a realness there. It's not so refined and and cut up.
No, it's not metal, but I think you would enjoy the band Muse. I know you're familiar with some of them, but their live concerts are a sensory experience.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's stuff coming at you, and not just the musicality. They're great musicians, and they're not metal, but they definitely have a what's the word I'm looking for? Progressive rock type of thing.
They do.
Stories and little crazy bunny trails and things like that. But I've gone to see them twice, and they're just phenomenal. They have these like giant plastic orbs that come out of the ceiling and float around, and they have lights in them, and they have like this waterfall video.
Oh,
there's like, it looks like a waterfall, and there's videos of them in the waterfall.
Oh, that's cool.
There's so many cool elements. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be down with that.
Helix Cabana Boy told you to sell an amp or two and buy a second fan.
I actually have the second fan in the gym. I mean, we're huddling over a fan like we would a fire. It's hot down here. I got the air cranked, and it's going to take a while for it to catch up.
I'm totally fine. 4Ager says, "What's your opinion about Line 6 Helix?"
I think it's a great. I'm using the HX Effects tonight, but I have the Helix upstairs, and it's it runs all my amps upstairs. I think that dollar for dollar, pound for pound, it is one of the best units you can buy as a hub for your gear. So if you love, obviously I love amps. So if you love amps and you want something that'll switch the channels, give you great effects and a lot of great routing, and it'll work with any amp out there, get a Helix. I really find that it works very well. So far, I've never hooked an amp up to it where it was like, oh, these aren't a good match. It just works with all of them. It'll control all these boogies because it's got the amp control out on it. So I don't need MIDI on some of these because it's got the amp control out. Or if they do have MIDI, like the JP, it'll control that too. So, and the effects and the routing are great. You got 4 effects loops on it, so you can run all your pedals through it if you want. So it's a very for you kind of product. The amp sims in it, I think, are good. I think they do a good job on those. I prefer the real amps. And if I'm going to run an all-in-one product, like if I'm just going to use something to run direct with and not use an amp, I love the Kemper, and a lot of that is because I do my own profiles, and I love the way I do them because I set the amp up, I mic it the way I like it, and they're just done, the way I like it. But yeah, for a 4-cable method product, can't beat the Helix. It's freaking amazing.
Great. Let's see. Christopher says, that's how I feel about Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen them 2 or 3 times as well here in Detroit, and amazing. Amazing experience.
Yeah, I haven't seen them yet, but I heard they're great.
You haven't seen them yet?
No, I haven't seen them.
This year. Oh, but they're probably not doing live shows this year.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, poop. Yep.
You haven't seen them live?
No, I haven't. I know, you'd think I had, but I hadn't.
Marty5 says, more amps upstairs. Do you have an amp elevator? Pretty soon he's going to need one.
the
right?
Bat Cave, yeah. Yeah, I have the Engel upstairs. Usually the Engel's sitting right here, but the Engel, what is it, the Savage Mark II 120, that's upstairs.
Sorry.
I could have brought it down, but I'm like, I'm not carrying that damn thing down the stairs tonight. So the Mesa's sitting in its place tonight, just because.
Oh, no. Berserkerland Studio says they canceled their tour this year.
Oh, that sucks.
I wonder if they get unemployment.
I'm sure they get that stimulus stuff, so I'm sure they're getting something, but
yeah,
that's really sad.
And that's like, Christmas is the thing that they do.
I know.
So,
yeah, they wait all year for that.
Yeah, that's their livelihood. Anyhow, all right, next viewer comment. 17 hours ago, Scott Peters says, wow, I wasn't expecting that big of a difference between the power amps. That Sin 5050 sounded incredible. The power stage had no balls in comparison. Really impressed with the Synergy stuff. I finally pulled the trigger on the Sin 2 rack and the Soldano and Engel Powerball modules. Unfortunately, the Sin 2 is back-ordered. Maybe it won't be too long of a wait. The diesel amps I don't think were my cup of tea, but damn, the pedal and module sound killer. Thanks for doing the comparison.
Oh, you're welcome, and thanks for commenting and watching. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, if you guys missed it, I did a video with the diesel VH4 pedal, and then I reviewed the pedal, but I also reviewed it with a tube power section, which is the Sin 5050, all tube power section, which is a 6L6, and then I used the Power Stage 120 by Seymour Duncan, and it wasn't even a contest. I mean, the tube power amp just walked right over it. I mean, the Seymour Duncan is great for a convenience product. If you don't have a lot of room and you don't want to carry a bunch of weight around and you're doing like a one-off gig or fly date or whatever, I get why people need it. So no disrespect to that product. It has a purpose, but it's just undeniable that the Sin 5050 tube power amp just sounded better. And for people who like, well, it's kind of big, it takes up a rack space. It's a rack unit. Just so you guys know, Kyle Rhodes from KSR, he's coming out with his own 50-watt power amp, and it's like a loaf of bread. Like a small loaf of bread. And it's going to be really cool. I can't wait.
Light as a loaf of bread?
No. Probably not as light as a loaf of bread, but it's about the size of a small loaf of bread. And it's going to be a really cool product when it comes out. So I think that's a good option as well. But I was surprised too. I really was. When I switched back and forth between them with my AB switch, I was like, oh, God. All right. It was obvious. Very obvious.
Brad Chimke says, have you seen Tool live?
No. What's up, man?
We have not seen Tool live, but we do have a friend that does Tool impersonation. Or
Tool tribute.
Tribute.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What was the name of it? Toolology.
Toolology.
Yeah. And they do a really good job.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
Really, really good job.
They play at Machine Shop when they do it usually.
The Machine Shop in Flint, Michigan. Yep. So we have not, but... and then Berserkerland says, thanks for the profiles. He said they sounded great, but they're still a little too heavy for what he was looking for.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I mean, I have some coming out that might be right up your alley. Yeah. Yeah. So email me. Yeah.
And I have one last comment. It's a 3-paragrapher, so fasten your seatbelt.
Oh boy.
Pay attention.
It's milk and cookie time.
This one is from 5 days ago from Brett Schauber, who is right here in our live chat.
What's up, buddy?
He says, dude, that was freaking awesome. That pedal is insane. That's what I was saying Sunday night. The solid state sounds great and would be an excellent addition to the backup drawer in the rack.
Yes.
But Tubes instantly gave it the balls and girth with the nice compression. That's why Tubes will never go away.
That's right.
To my ears, the SD Power Stage has the same tone as the Line 6 Power Cab. They do sound good and are another awesome tool, but there's a frequency range and maybe upper mids that come through while the bottom end gets rolled off. Mm-hmm. Again, to my ears, all those power cabs and headrush cabs have that tone. But there's another tool to regain the girth and bottom if powered cabs are your thing, and that's the Friedman ASC12 Power Cab.
Yep.
Those are beasts. I love them so much. I bought 2 for stereo, but then since gas never sleeps and Jared reviewed Synergy gear, for me the Synergy stuff is the best new gear I've bought and move more gear than I should. Synergy Soldano, Engel, Diesel, Friedman, yeah, I love them. Last paragraph. I'm extremely interested in the new Fractal FM3 that's out now. You can buy direct for $9.99, and guys on Reverb want $1,500 to $1,700. Is there any chance you might have one of those to review, perhaps?
Well, as always, Brad, always good to hear from you. Appreciate that.
There's more.
Oh, there's more. Oh, sorry.
The important part is coming up.
Okay.
Dude, your channel content just kicks ass, man. You're a monster guitarist, and I've totally ripped off your jam. Plus, we get the added bonus with Carrie singing, and she's phenomenal, man. Keep doing the good stuff.
Oh, no wonder. That's the good part, isn't it? Yeah. Well, well, thank you so much. I appreciate that immensely.
And thank you.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, the Synergy stuff is great. There's a lot of great variety there. I haven't been playing my Synergy stuff as much lately because all this other crazy stuff, but I'm gonna start kind of getting hooked back into that and playing it some more. You know, and you're right. I mean, there's just something about tube power sections that I'll tell you what. Before I did that episode with the tube section, power section versus the solid state, I underestimated how important the power section of an amp is. I really did, because I always thought, well, it's a good power section. Yeah, it's just one of those things you take for granted until you compare it to something else, and then all of a sudden you're like, I had no idea how much this power section really means to this amp. So when people say, oh, try this module versus the real amp, it's like you can try it through another power section, but it's not going to sound like the real amp, because the real amp has the preamp and the power section together. So there is a difference, and it's not like you're sniffing corks when you say that. It's true,
Yeah.
So
we have a super chat from Christopher. Thank you very much.
Hey, thanks, man.
He says, which amp of the ones you've experienced have the best low and high volume tone? I seriously need a one and done.
Oh, good question. I will say this. I think that amps now...
Hold that.
Yeah. I think a lot of amps now are designed to sound good at lower volumes more than they were in the past. See, in the past, and I know this is a scenic route, but hear me out here. In the past, amps were made to sound good only at high volumes, or mainly at high volumes, because that's the... Back in the day, I mean, they didn't mic amps, so that your guitar amp had to sound good at high volume. So when you were on stage, like the Beatles and all them, they were made and tuned to sound amazing with everything on like 8, because that's how they had to run their amps to be heard back then. Because again, they didn't mic amps; they just mic'd the vocalist. The only person that had a mic on stage was the singer. Everybody else had...
It's not a bad idea. I'm just saying.
Yeah. But the drummer was on... Everyone was on their own. Like, no one was heard through the PA but the singer. So you had to keep up with that. And because of that, the amps were tuned to sound amazing at high volumes. But at low volumes, they just didn't sound that good. Nowadays, everybody knows that every amp gets mic'd. So because of that, they're tuned to sound good at any volume. I mean, they probably sound better when they're hotter. It's just the nature of tubes and circuits. I mean, obviously, but I play all of these amps at just above or below TV volume most of the time in my house. I'm not blowing the roof off of my house. When I first get one, I will play it at a pretty good volume. I got an open floor plan upstairs, and I'm like 25, 30 feet away from it and just blaring and just like enjoying the hell out of it. But for the most part, about 80% of the time, it's about TV volume, and I like all these at that volume. I think they all sound really good. So if you're looking for a one and done, I mean, the EVH Stealth is sick. It's like, you really can't go wrong with it. It's a very affordable amp, and I think it's one of those no-brainer amps. I mean, every time, because I'm doing a dial-in video on that, and I brought it down here the other night to get it ready for that, and I plugged into it. I'm like, why don't I play this more? I'm like, holy crap, this thing sounds amazing. So I really enjoy playing that, but I don't know, man. All these amps sound good at any volume. They really do, and I hate to sound like PC, but it's the truth. It really is. What else did he ask? He said something about...
That's it?
That's it, okay. So, what kind of music do you play? And, what kind of music do you play? And then I can give you a more fine-tuned answer. So please respond to that.
All right, Christopher.
Yeah.
Helix Cabana Boy says, have you ever used the Blue Guitar Amp 1 just as a power amp?
I think I don't remember if I have or not. I feel like I did, but I don't remember what it was like. So I'm sorry, I can't give you a definitive answer on that. Yeah.
Silent079 says, tell us more about this KSR power amp. What's the time frame of release? I'm researching alternatives to the SIN 5050. Thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Like, okay, so what you want to do is go on KSR's website, and I think he has some verbiage about it on there. Just type in KSR or Rhodes amplification and Google, and you go there and look for the power amp. Just type in power amp or something like that, or just Google KSR power amp, and it might take you right to his site too. I apologize, I don't know all the details on that, but it's definitely something you want to consider, because I have the KSR Aries over there. Dude, that amp is sick. It's an amazing amp. So Kyle, the owner, Kyle Rhodes, when he doesn't screw around, when he makes a product, it's freaking amazing. I mean, he puts his blood, sweat, and tears and part of his soul into everything that comes out of there, and he makes amazing gear. So
Jay
know it's
says,
going to be good.
most modern tube amps today don't sound better with the master volume past halfway anymore.
Yeah, it's just too much for them. Yeah, you start cranking it past that, they start getting kind of crappy sounding. I mean, honestly, like you can get a good sound out of any of these amps that I got anyways. I've tested them. I play them all the time at decent volume levels, and I'm never like, oh, I wish I could crank it, because I can. I can crank my amps as loud as I want.
As loud as your neighbors will allow.
Yeah, my neighbors don't care. I mean, I'm out in the country kind of, so it's like it's not a big deal out here, and but I don't need to, because they sound great at lower volumes. So I mean, down here, I think they're probably, like, when you guys hear the Mesa, it's probably about 75, 80 dBs down here. It's loud, but it's not like...
I'm glad that I have my in-ears in. It's too loud for me, for sure.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's see, Berserkerland Studios says, I think my biggest problem is all of my guitars have high output pickups. Even lowering pickups didn't help.
Oh, with the yeah. See, my profiles are pretty bombastic. So, Yeah. So, I mean, just turn the gain down. You can always turn the gain down on them. That's I profile my amps with heavy gain for one reason. The main reason is you can always turn it down, but when you turn it up, it's guessing. It's fake. But turning it down is easy because the Kemper knows what the gain is from 0 to wherever I profiled it. But if you turn it past where I profiled it, it's guessing and it's inaccurate. So you can always just turn the gain down and then just, be fine with it. Turn the overdrive off if you don't want it, and that really does make a huge difference. So it just depends on what you're looking for.
Dust Devil wants to know, when will you be profiling your Engel Savage 120 for the Kemper?
Good question. I would say within the next 3 weeks. And here's why I've waited. One of the biggest reasons why I've waited is because that amp has a lot of options on it. So I wanted to take my time and get to know it and really fine tune it and play it a lot and go, in mixes and different things, so that when I profile it, I know what I'm doing, and I'm not just sending you guys like, well, I think this is okay kind of profiles. I want to be confident when I profile it and go, I know this is a great spot for this channel to be in. And so I've taken my time with it, but I'm there. I have arrived at the tones that I like on all 4 channels, and I'm going to profile all 4 channels for you guys. It's going to be a big pack, and it's going to be amazing, so I can't wait.
Stan... Ooh, I'm going to slaughter it. Kibble Sweat. Stan Kibble Sweat.
Okay.
What's up? He says, what's your opinion on using the Boss GT 1000 or Helix with a tube power amp?
I haven't tried the Boss GT yet, but what I can speak of is the Helix, and I can't recommend the Helix enough to work with your amps. I've had the Helix for 5 years, and I've never had a complaint about it when it comes to working with other amps. Not one complaint. It's never failed me. It works perfectly every time, and I love the flexibility, the ease of use, and the routing, and the many features that it has.
Matthew Force says, you had me at heavy gain.
What's up, Matt?
That's funny.
Heavy gain.
Yeah. Jason Taylor says,
good to see you.
Now that you've been buying a lot of amps lately.
Yeah.
What is your... I called him yesterday. Well, actually, I was messaging him, and he's like, driving. Call? ? I'm like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, driving back from Grand Rapids. I'm like... What are you doing in Grand Rapids, dum-dum?
Picking up another amp?
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
More shoes.
Yeah.
Where's my shoe shelf, by the way?
It's in your she shed.
Your
shoe shelf is in your she shed.
You covered my shoe shelf with more amps.
Exactly. We'll figure it out. What was the question?
Not done ragging on you. He said, what is your feeling in regards to playing a live show using one of your amps or using the Kemper for convenience and versatility?
Ah, great question, man.
Versatrilotrist.
Versatrilotrist. With great power comes great responsitrilotrist. I love that freaking skit.
I know
it's
you
like
do.
one of the best. Terry's on a plane. Oh my god, it's hilarious. Squeeze, squeeze.
Horrible. So stupid.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to start quoting everything from it.
He's a movie quoter.
Oh, this mammal jammal. It's such a great... Oh,
no.
man. Okay, I got to...
Bring it back.
Bring it back. It depends. Okay, so it really depends on the gig. So, like, if I was doing a show where I knew a lot of people were going to show up, like if we had a show booked and we knew it was going to be a really nice big gig, I would absolutely bring my amp and cab and all that stuff and just...
Hire a roadie to help you.
No,
You'd make me do it. That's
oh,
what it
yeah,
is.
that's what
He
I would
just
do.
Makes me do it.
Yeah, just like you helped me with that step this morning.
I helped you because I was like, do you think your neighbor has a dog? That was my help, you dum-dum.
Anyways, I would bring an amp to a big show like that. I'd probably end up bringing the Ingle because,
I'm not happy with you right now.
So I would bring the Ingles.
Years and years.
Years and years of what?
Years and years of help, Grumblatt.
I'm kidding. No, she is. She's one of the best helpers. Just so you guys know, and I'm not trying to like dig myself out of trouble here, but she is. She's one of the hardest working women I know. Like when we do shows and stuff, she's not one of those like singers that's like, I brought my mic. You know, I mean, she helps with everything. So, all right.
In heels.
So we good? Yeah. So in heels too. So all right. So. So, if we were to do a show and it was packed and it was going to be a big show, I would bring the Ingle Savage or something like that in the cab. And I'd have no problem with it because it's worth it at that point. Like, it's a big show and I want to come, like, bringing the thunder that night. Because, like, why not, you know?
As it's not from down under.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I usually bring that, too.
I smelt it once.
So, anyways... But if it was just like a typical local show around here where there's not a lot of people that show up and whatnot, and it's just a busy day and whatnot, I'd bring the Kemper, and I'd be perfectly happy with that. So it's all situation-based. Right tool for the job, and sometimes you just have a rough day. You get home from work and you're tired, and you're looking at the stack of gear that you got to throw in your trunk, or your Kemper, or your HELIX, or whatever, and you're just like, you know what? I'm bringing that because I just don't have time to deal with the other stuff. So, and the other option is I could bring an amp and my 2-notes torpedo and run direct with it and not have to bring a cab. So it just depends on the situation. But one of these days, I want to go on stage with one of these amps just to do it because it's been years since I brought an amp on stage and I would love to do it again. So, great question though. Got me thinking.
Jim Sabin's here.
Hey, what's up, man?
He said he heard that you missed me. I'm back, and I brought my pencil.
What's the teacher going to look like this year, man?
The Chicago Todd, Nero DSP, finally released a video last night showing how the Nero capture performs.
I saw that.
Sounds very promising, but need to hear an independent review.
Yes, and I will be happy to do that for you, sir. Yes. I saw that video and I thought it was very cool, and I can't wait to get my hands on one. It's going to be interesting.
No. Okay, so Christopher responded with the type of music that he plays. Good. Mostly metal, but dabble in blues.
Okay.
I spent most of my time practicing when the kids sleep and my little solid states just don't quite cut it. But on the weekends, I want to I think he says blow the roof. He said blew the roof, but I think he meant blow the roof off.
Oh, I hear you. So if you're looking to do that, I mean, what was the original question was which one of my amps sounds great at a lower volume, right? I mean,
Yes.
the Mark 525 I think would be a great option for you because I think it does blues, it does metal, it does all that stuff really well. And since it's a 25 watt, you don't have to crank the hell out of it to get some aggression going. But it will get loud. I mean, at 9 o'clock, that volume, you're going to get a divorce. That is divorce setting right there. I think it even says divorce right there.
Yes.
That amp is really good. I think that would be a good one for you. Or the EVH Stealth, I think would be a good one. I'm trying to recommend stuff that's priced nicely.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, if you just won the lottery, buy the freaking Engel Savage 120. I mean, why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Or buy the JP Mark II C Plus, or I don't know, buy a Kraken. I mean, but the thing is, though, is I think
Jared already won the lottery.
well, I won the lottery with co-hosts. You know, I did that. So, yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Now I feel like a turd.
It's all good.
Can I get you anything?
I got this bunion. No, I mean, the thing is,
That
though,
was really sweet of you.
you know, but the KSR is great. Like, all of them are great. But, I mean, I'm just trying to find, like, something that's priced really good for you. So, I don't know. So, around $1,500, you can't go wrong with the EVH Stealth 50 watt or the Mesa, you know, I can't even think right now. The Mark 525. Yeah. They're both great amps. They really are. I think that's a great starting point for you. And it's low risk because you're not spending a ton of money, you know.
Paul Smith says more carry boots. I'm feeling another pair coming.
Oh, man.
Feeling another pair coming on.
Yeah.
I got this really cool pair of leopard print boots for my birthday.
Oh, of course.
I got a DSW gift card from my parents.
Oh.
And I bought a leopard pair of booties.
Yeah, I gave them that card to give to you, so
Right.
I'm good.
I can't wait for I'm not ready to put my toes away yet.
Yeah,
Let's put boots on. So.
I know. Fall is amazing season, though.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyway, Aaron Lucas.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, Aaron and family, if you're watching. Rochelle. Jared, since you're collecting amps like crazy, any chance you'd pick up another guitar or two? Something other than the Ernie Ball guitars?
Probably not, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding you.
He's so happy.
Dude, these guitars, I'm a loyalist when it comes to certain things, and I just, every time I pick these guitars up, okay, this is going to sound really cheesy, but I feel lucky. I do. I feel like I don't deserve this, and I get to play this instrument, and it's perfect. I've even got friends that like, you should get a Kiesel and get it customized.
They're beautiful.
They are, but they would just come just like this. I mean, I might get different wood
Yeah.
and different look and stuff, but I mean, I'd get a neck through, I'd get it cut way in like this. I mean, I love these pickups, so I would get these you know what I mean? It's like,
So
I'll
you're
just buy another
basically
Ernie
building
Ball.
an Ernie Ball.
Yeah, and paying more for it. So for me, it's just like, these guitars are so special that like anytime anybody comes over and plays one, they're like, oh my god, I'm screwed. I got to get one of these now. And same goes for a lot of these amps too. In fact, Mike Hasty, he's like, let me give a shout out to Mike Hasty. I was like, when are you going to borrow my Stealth? He's like, I have to wait till I have enough money to buy one, because as soon as I play it, I'm going to probably buy one.
Him and I have something in common with that. I don't even look. I know I can't afford it.
He's like, it's going to drive me nuts. Yeah, he said, I know I'm going to just want it, so I'm going to wait.
Shoot. 4Ager says we need amps that look like boots. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Great. Let's see. Marty 5, not only boots, but a nice Within Temptation dress as well. Yes.
Ooh, there you go.
You can get me a costume.
I can get you a costume?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's all about the clothes.
Clothes and shoes.
Yep.
And makeup. And lotion.
Stuff. And chocolate.
All of the girl stuff.
And chocolate.
And chocolate and wine.
And food.
And whiskey.
Yeah. Hey, man, those are all good habits and hobbies, right? Yeah.
Steve Evenchak. We chat briefly about a Mesa 212. Still doing research now. I looked up KSR, and you could pretty much choose whatever speakers you want. I will have to hit Kyle up.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, Kyle makes great stuff. He's a great guy, and I would, give KSR a shot. I mean, if his amps are that fat and that huge sounding, I'm sure he makes a cab that would match that. So I would say that would probably be a good option for you. It really would.
So I think there's an inside joke coming from Warm Court Music. He says, Jared, which amp did you nickname Candy Cane?
Candy cane. You guys seen that movie? What's the name of the movie it's from? I can't remember.
He'll tell you. What's the name of the movie,
what's the name of
Jay?
the movie? I always forget the name of the movie.
He also said talk about the Easter egg we talked about with the Mesa. You got some Easter egg?
Oh, yeah, the Mesa on channel 1 on the Mark 525, the mid-range knob, past noon, it becomes a gain knob. Yeah, so you turn it past noon and it doesn't adjust your mid-range anymore. It just adds more saturation to the channel and it makes it more aggressive. And it really works and it sounds phenomenal. So It's a great option.
I think the wine is making me extra yawny.
Yeah.
I don't feel tired, but I keep yawning.
I don't feel tardy.
I either need some air or, I don't know.
Yeah.
Joyride.
Joyride. Yeah. I haven't named him Candy Cane yet.
Christopher says, like I needed any more reasons to lust for a Mesa. Haha, great answer, and thank you. And Brad Chimke says,
problem.
If I won the lotto, I would make amps and cabs as the new wallpaper in my place.
Oh,
yeah.
Dude, wouldn't that be awesome? Is that wallpaper? No, it's all real, but I use it as wallpaper. That would be awesome, man. You know, yeah, the collection is growing here, and I love it because I love being surrounded by all this awesome stuff. And I love coming down here and just
He
going...
calls it his family.
Yep, it's my family.
Hanging with the family tonight.
Yeah, it's really what it is, man. And I get to plug into these and play them and get inspired and test them out, do dial-ins, shootouts, profiles, tutorials, and then they inspire me to write my own stuff too. So depending on what I'm looking for that day, you know, it's like a really fun tool shed. You come down and you're like...
I got a toolbox.
I
almost dumped it all over your
I know,
floor
you almost
upstairs.
did.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah.
Marty5 says, usually when yawning, you need more oxygen. I know. Maybe I need to just take some
You got the fan blowing at you.
breaths.
Yeah. Anyway.
We're caught up on the comments, y'all.
All right,
Send
so
some
what
more
about
questions.
the other ones? So you're all caught up?
Yep, I did
okay,
all
so we
those.
did those? Okay.
You want to play
Good.
something?
Yeah, I'll play something in just a second. So before I do, I have, you guys saw the video I did with the Mesa Mark 525 versus the Friedman JJ Jr. Okay, well, I profiled the Junior, and so what I'm going to do is I instead of releasing the pack for money, I will eventually release it and sell it. But sometime this week, I got to figure out when, but sometime this week, keep an eye out, and I might even post it in the community section here. But I am going to have a sale, so no matter what profile pack you buy from me for a few days this week, I'm going to throw in the whole JJ Jr. pack
Dun, da, da, da.
for free. So, like, you buy any profile pack from me, and you get a free full pack of the JJ Jr. amp. And that's what I was telling Bulldozer Guitar. That
Bulldozer. Berserkerland?
Berserkerland. I'm sorry. I get all the Bulldozers and Berserkerlands mixed up. I apologize. But, yeah, it's the JJ profiles that might really work for you, man, because those are not super gainy, but they're really good. And I took great care in making the profiles, and they turned out fantastic. And when I was switching back and forth, I couldn't tell the difference. I was like, these are great. So if you liked how that amp sounded that night, that pack will be available for sale eventually, but you can get it for free if you buy any of my profile packs. And I'm thinking I'll probably put them on sale Tuesday or Wednesday.
There
So
you go.
keep your eyes out Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yep. And just
ToneWars.com.
ToneWars.com. Right.
Yep.
ToneWars.com. Did you put the links up in the
No, I
description?
forgot to put all the links in the... Yep, it's one of them days. I forgot to put the links. on the rewatch, they'll be there. As soon as we're done streaming tonight, I'll put the links and everything.
The Motor City link.
Yeah, Motor City.
The PayPal
Yeah,
link.
I forgot all that stuff tonight. I'm sorry, guys.
Did you put it off in a Word document so you could just cut and paste?
Yep,
Okay.
just cut and paste.
Easy.
I made it easy, and I still forgot to do it. So,
X-Slinger says, "Hey man, awesome channel. Thank you. Excellent chops and tones. The review you did on EVH 5153S 50 watt convinced me to buy it. Keep the videos coming. Cheers."
oh, thanks, buddy. Appreciate that very much. Yeah,
Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to see you here. And welcome to the Tone Wars community. Yeah, thank you. That amp, I'm serious, man. I don't know one person that's bought that amp that doesn't like it. It's just a freaking killer amp. It really is. It's a great amp, you know.
Steve Shaheen, hey man.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
He says, "Is there a gate on the room mic? I keep hearing the sound cut when you guys stop talking."
Yes. There's a gate. Yep.
So we can keep the fan on.
Yeah. Yeah, so like when we're... Otherwise, you just hear fan noise and stuff, so yeah.
Yeah.
Like right now, watch. Gate. See, the gate turns on and off. Hopefully that's not annoying to people, but I just had to do that.
I had to get used to it for a second. I was like, oh, wait.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no.
I know, in our ears we kept feeling like, hello, are you there? Can you hear me now? That's what it sounds like.
Brad Chimke says, "Just wait until the Zilla cab shows up. You'll be starting over."
Oh, man. Yep, that Zilla should be here in a couple weeks, man. I can't wait till that gets here. I'm going to fire up every amp through it, too.
I can't wait until the fall line of my boots gets released.
Yes. That will be nice.
And they'll be showing up here.
Yes, they will. Well, let's get to the Mesa, right? I want to play the
You
Mesa.
just don't want to talk about my boots anymore.
I want to talk about my amp.
What's the name of them? I always forget. I want to say there's Soldano, but that's your amp. What's the name of my boots?
Oh, Sorel.
Sorel.
Yeah, I shouldn't know that, but I do.
You should know that.
I do, because I get plenty of emails from them now.
I think I'm going to need a black pair.
Oh, I thought I got you a black pair. What are those?
Those are fancy sandals.
Okay.
They're not boots.
They're not boots. Okay. All right, so without further ado, this is going to be channel 3 on the Mesa Dual Rec Roadster, and I'm going to do a full review of this, a dial-in and a shootout with it very soon. So let's go ahead and hear this beast. Wow, man. I missed this amp like you wouldn't believe. Holy cow.
So bad in a good way.
It's just nasty, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's sitting right next to the cab. Like
I'm
the
sitting,
cab's...
my
Dude.
butt was tingling. You know, like when you sit on something that vibrates for a bit and it gets all tingly and itchy. And I'm like...
Dude, that's why I was like, can you feel that? Dude, this thing is punishing the room right now. I mean, the cab is going nuts. I mean, and I got a cement floor down here, and I can still feel like all the freaking punch and fullness coming out of that cab. The one thing I'll say about Mesa amps is they're fat as hell. They're just so... See what I'm saying when I say fat now? You get that?
Yeah, well, you can't say it for all of them anymore.
Yeah. Well, okay, a lot of amps sound really fat, but the Mesas, like
You'll
this
have
one
to
here...
say they sound round or curvy, but that one sounds fat.
Oh my god, it's so fat. I mean, the low end on this amp is just huge. And the mic'd up version of this amp just does not do it justice. It really doesn't.
Liked it. Super nice tone.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Chicago Todd says sounds like Merca.
Merca. That's right, man. It sounds like Merca. Yeah.
Sean Casey likes my sandals. Thank you, Sean. And Aaron Short just chimed in. Hey, man.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Yeah, seriously, the mics don't do it justice. I mean, when you're in the room with this thing, oh my god. I mean, it's just so huge. That was channel 3, which was my jam when I had the amp. But channel 4, god, man. I'm going to be playing that a lot, too. I just think both those channels are amazing. Channel 2 is kind of like a bluesy channel. You know, and channel 1...
What you got over there? Most amps don't come with the little...
It's a huge foot switch.
Finger doer.
Yeah, you got the tuner mute, you got the effects loop, and the solo button, which boosts your volume up a little bit. It. Yeah, they can't. Well, they all know what it looks like. Everybody knows what a Mesa foot switch looks like. It's just freaking enormous.
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
Why does it have one of those? Your other amps don't have those?
They do. I just don't use them because I program with the HELIX, which is why the HELIX is awesome. But I didn't program this yet, but I'm gonna. So like you, and then channel 1 has clean, fat, and tweed. So
Jay from Warmcourt says you can use chubby, rotund, pleasantly plump. Rotund. We're going to use rotund.
We're going to use rotund.
I love that.
Oh, this amp is so rotund.
Rotund.
It's so wonderful. The rumpus on this amp is rotund.
Rumpus.
Oh, goodness.
Awesome.
Oh, God, Aaron. So, yeah, I mean, it's got a huge sound. Now, the thing is when I had this amp before, I had it dialed in a little different than I have it now.
It's me, not you.
Okay. And I love how I have it dialed in, and I didn't spend a lot of time with it. Like, I literally spent 10 minutes dialing in this amp, and I'm like, I'm happy with this. And this is what I was playing this morning during coffee. I had this thing on this morning, and I had it loud. It was liggity loud when I was having my coffee.
Loud.
I was 30 feet away. I had this in the living room, and I'm leaning up against my my counter in my kitchen with my coffee next to me. Can you imagine the steam coming out of the cup of coffee and the rotund sound coming from the rumpus? Oh, okay. The PHAT sound coming out of this thing. I had my windows open. I had my neighbors out doing gardening and stuff, and I'm just like shattering my windows with this thing. And I'm like, yeah! I mean, it was just freaking awesome, man.
Crazy.
So I dialed it in, took it down here, and I got the mics and everything for you guys. And man, I can't wait to do a review of this, a dial-in, and I'm going to shoot it out against the JP Mark II C+. Why not? You know, they're siblings.
Because why not?
Because why not? They're siblings. So we're going to see what's going on with these two.
Jay says, it shall be named Beefcake.
Beefcake.
There you go. Your Mesa... Wait, it has a rectifier in it?
Yeah, it's a rectifier. Yep, dual rectifier.
It is now dubbed Beefcake. Jason says that amp definitely has junk in the trunk.
Oh yeah, man. It's got junkus in the trunkus. Yeah, so let me switch between 3 and 4 real quick for you guys. I don't want to do a full review of it tonight, but I'm going to show you the difference between the two channels.
Wait. Aaron Short
difference.
says, as Arnold, say the Mesa is rotund as Arnold.
The Mesa is so rotund. It's a huge rotund in the rumpus. It's huge. There's a big fat booty in it. A junk in the trunk. Rotund. It's got it all. It's very curvy and fat with a pH. It's very good. I love the curvy fat booty on the amplifier. It's so huge. There's junk in the trunk and enough spank to last you a whole day.
Brad Chimke says, Carrie, remind Dr. Chug, since he likes the Mesa more than the Stealth, my birthday is Friday.
You know where I live. Oh yeah, dude. It really is. I like them all. You know, the thing is people ask me all the time, like, which amp do you like the best? It really depends on my mood. It's like going to a restaurant. You know, it's like, what am I in the mood for today? I like everything here.
Jared's an options guy.
I love options. I love having options. I love, you know.
I love how he says that to me so many times, like I've never heard it before.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an options guy.
Yeah, and she's like, you know, I'm sick of hearing that. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Yeah, I mean, no, it really depends on what I need for the day. And I buy, like, the arsenal of amps that I have, I buy them for a reason. Because they're all good. I like all of them. Every time I play, I'll say this, like, and I said this the other night when I plugged into the EVH Stealth when I was getting ready to do my episode with it.
That I house in my nose.
Yeah. Exactly. My EVH Stealth right here. So, I say, why don't I play this more? But I say that every single time I plug into any of these amps. I'm like, why don't I play this more?
Because you have 7 other ones that you can play.
That'd be 9, thank you.
All
right, so let me do this. I'm going to switch between channel 3 and channel 4 for you guys so you can hear the difference.
Hi.
Hey, what's up, buddy? All right, 1 second.
Go pod.
I'm going to, yeah, go ahead. I'm going to do, I'm going to start with channel 3, and I'm going to switch to channel 4. So there is a voicing difference, and you can really change them to sound even more farther apart from each other if you want, because they really do sound they sound similar but very different in a lot of ways as well. So I love the fact that this amp has so many options, and it has a, you know, you can switch. It has a 6L6 and an EL34 switch on the back, so depending on what tubes you put in it, so I can actually switch this to an EL34 amp. And just flip the switch and I'm done. I mean, that is freaking killer. There's so many options on this amplifier. And I'm going to go over all that stuff really soon for you guys. But man, I can't believe I sold this thing. So that's the story. Like, I had the Roadster, but it was a combo. And it was a 212 combo. And I paired it with a 412 cab. And I ended up selling it because we were doing a lot of shows. And I had a bad night at a show where I had a bad cable, and I had to do the show without any effects, and I was doing a really big prog project at the time, and I was doing whale calls and volume swells and stuff like that, and I had no effects, and it just sounded awful, and I was so mad. It was all because of a stupid cable that went bad. But when you're going on stage in 20 minutes, you don't have time to troubleshoot, so it was just like, just give me my overdrive pedal, put it in front of the amp, and I just got to do without effects tonight. So I was so angry after that show, I made an emotional decision on going all digital after that and getting rid of my amp, and because I never wanted to deal with that again. And it was a bad decision. It was an emotional decision, which you never make emotional decisions, right? So
What have you said that before?
yeah, exactly. So I went all digital, and I'm not saying the digital path I took was wrong. It's just the wrong thing was selling my amp. So I sold the amp, and I regretted it ever since. And I remember the day the guy came and to buy the amp.
I'm still glad that you did it because it opened up this
You're
world
right.
for you.
You're right. It did. It was the path I took. I have no regrets because it took me. I'm where I am today because of all that. So I don't regret it. You're right. I mean, I regret it and I don't. So I'll just put it to you that way. But
the day the guy showed up.
The day the guy showed up. Thank you. I was like, I haven't played this amp in 8 months. So I brought it upstairs, put the overdrive pedal in front of it, and I just was like, well, let me just, play it and whatever, get it ready for him. And as I'm playing it, I'm like, what am I doing? I came this close to calling the guy and saying, you know what, dude, I've had second thoughts. I'm not selling this amp. And I really, but because I'm a man of my word, I was like, I'll just sell it. And I was just like, begrudgingly sold the amp to the guy. And I'm like, I can't believe I'm doing this. Like, as soon as I plugged back into it and started playing it again, I literally thought I was losing my mind. I'm like, am I stupid? What am I doing? And it was just one of those things where I was just like, I already told him I'd sell it to him, and then he drove off with it, and after that, I was just like, I think I made a huge mistake, And it was like, okay, well, and we were busy, we were playing out a lot, and I just kind of got my mind off it. And the other day, I was perusing just, every once in a while, I just like, look up an amp for sale, just for, we all do it, guys, like, let's admit it, we all check reverb and stuff, just to see if there's something out there that we can't say no to. And I found this.
It's like Amazon for me.
Exactly.
Stupid.
So I found it, and I found one in Washington, like Seattle, Washington. And the guy had it for sale for like $1,800 or something, and I was like, God, I'd love to have that amp again. Oh my God! And all the memories came back of me playing it and loving it and like wishing I never sold it. And then I typed in an offer and I almost hit send, and I was like, I'm gonna sleep on it. So then I messaged my buddy Mike Hasty and I was like, hey, I'm thinking about getting this. What do you think? And I said, I'm trying to find. I wish I didn't have to go so far to get one, like have it shipped and stuff. 2 minutes later, he sends me an ad from Facebook Marketplace for one that's in Grand Rapids, right here in Michigan. And I'm like, I'm like, dude. And he's like, all I had to do was just look on Marketplace, dude. And he's the guru of finding good deals on amps. And it was a really nice deal. And I made an offer. The guy accepted it. And I was like, I'm coming to get it tomorrow. So I made arrangements to come out and buy it and picked it up. And man, it's so nice to have this amp back in my life. Last night was great. I plugged into it and played it for hours. It was so much fun to get to know this amp again.
It was a family reunion.
It was a family reunion. There was hugs and tears and lots of shredding. So it was nice though, and I was worried, like, do I still like it? Like, what if I plug into this thing and not like it? Because when I played it at the guy's house, he was a very nice guy. His name's Jeff. Got to talking to him for a while. Really cool guy. But I played it through a Marshall cab with greenbacks in it, and it's just, no offense, but it's just not my thing. You know what I mean? Not greenbacks aren't my cab or my speaker. I like vintage 30s primarily, and so I had to kind of like attenuate my ears and tune them for, okay, but when I get this home, this will probably sound like this in my cab. Dude, when I plugged it into my cab at home, I was like, oh my God, like. Hold my calls. Like, I am not available for anybody.
Personal secretary.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
Upstairs.
Or my cats. I told my cats, hold my calls, guys.
Jay from Warncourt says his daughter Allison says hi, and
Hello.
that Jared needs a Rev and a Marshall.
Oh yeah.
Hi, Allison.
Well, a Rev is definitely somewhere in my future. Marshall, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. If I was to get a Marshall, I would probably get one of the Cherrytone amps. I think that's probably what I would get, but I'm not closed-minded, I'm, maybe I should call up Marshall and go, impress me.
I'm trying to
Like they'd
find
hang up on me.
where we left off. If you have something that you really want to ask Jared or a comment, do the question marks or tag Tone Wars so I can see. I'm just gonna kind of go up through the comments. Jason Taylor says my bandmate has a Mesa Tremo verb, Tremo verb,
Yeah.
2x12 combo, and it weighs a ton. It sounds great though, and has a lot of beef.
Oh yeah, that's the thing about Mesas is they have a big, fat, ridiculous sound. It's a wall of tone coming at you, and man, I'll tell you, like the JP, even the Mark 525. I mean, that's a big, fat sounding amp, especially even for its size. It sounds amazing. So, but I think the Dual Rec is probably the fattest amp. It really is. It's just got this big, flubby, fat. But the thing is like I say all the time, like people like, oh, I don't want a flubby amp. Yeah, you do, because
you can fix it.
You can fix it. And with an overdrive pedal, you have more to work with. You have more sculpting to work with, more wiggle room. So I love a big fat amp because I can sculpt that tone. Huh?
A big fat wiggly amp.
Yeah, I got like a big fat wiggly amp, yeah. Big bouncy. No, I love all that because it gives me more room to sculpt the tone with the overdrive. Because if you play a tight amp and you slam it with an overdrive, it chokes it. So I'd rather have a fat amp. You can just do more with them.
Mark Rand says, I had the Roadster as well as many other rectifiers over the years, but I just couldn't bond with the Roadie. It was so muddy compared to the 2-3 channel versions. The 5153 cured all of my amp gas.
Oh yeah, the 5153 is awesome. I mean, it really depends. Like I said, like when I played it, it had an overdrive. I mean, I always put an overdrive in front of an amp. So when I first got my original Roadster, I didn't have an overdrive pedal. And way back then, I didn't really know much about that stuff. This is a long time ago. And so I was like, man, this thing just, all right, I guess that's just what it is, And I went to one of John Petrucci's clinics over at Motor City Guitar, and I even asked him, I'm like, well, how does it feel, this and that? He's like, oh, it feels great, but he left out, and he didn't do it on purpose, but he probably just assumed I know you use an overdrive pedal, So he's like, yeah, it feels great. And I'm like, why doesn't mine feel like that, And then finally one day, I saw a video with Andy Timmons, and he was playing Mesa amps at the time. I think he still is. And he had this BB pedal by Exotic. It was called the BB preamp pedal, and it was like kind of like an overdrive. And he was like, yeah, this really tightens up my amp and makes it sound good. And he played it with it on and off on YouTube. And I'm like, it doesn't change the tone. It just made it sound, like just a better version of itself. So I went into the store at Motor City, and they had my amp there. They had another Roadster sitting there, and I grabbed like 10 overdrive pedals, and I kept trying. I tried Zach Wiles, I tried all these different overdrive pedals, and they all changed the character of the amp too much for me. And I grabbed that Exotic, and I put it in front of it, and I was like, there it is. And that was the pedal I used for that amp forever. And I loved the combination with that amp, and I just thought it sounded amazing. So that's how I really started my journey with overdrive pedals. It was way back then, because before then I didn't know. I used to, like when I was a kid, I used to put a compressor in front of all my amps, and it just sounded horrible.
Did you get that picture ready?
Oh no, I'll have it ready next week.
I got it on my phone.
I'll go on my phone. No, we'll do it next week. But yeah, those were my compressor years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Steve Ivanchuk wants me to scroll way back up about a comment asking about his settings. Hey, so what do you have it on, rectifier or diode? D-I-O-D-E?
Diode. Oh,
in the back.
in
and
the
how
back.
about the front? Even spongy is pretty good besides the bold.
I have it on bold. I don't know on the back yet. I'll have to check. But on the front, I have it on modern, and I have it on bold. That's how I run. I run all my amps as aggressive as you can get them, and then I have room to work with it there. I don't want to pull anything out of an amp. I want an amp to pull stuff out of me. I want to ride the lightning. Yep, that's what I want. I want to get on and hang on for dear life. That's how I run my amps, man. And I want to wield the power of that amp, man. That's what I like to do, man.
I am Grayskull.
Exactly. I have the power. Yeah, I do. It's like Thor's hammer, man. I just want the amp just to freaking have, like I said before, like when if you listen to Mean Street on Van Halen's album, that little thing he did in the beginning, that awesome like tapping harmonic crazy thing with the feedback going crazy, his amp blew up after that. He blew it. And that's what an amp sounds like when you're freaking riding the lightning with it, and that's what I like. Except I don't want to blow up my amps, but I mean, you know, I want my amps to sound like they're about to blow up, but to not blow up. I can't afford to buy 8,000 amps like he can. But the thing is, though, is and what you heard too was not only the amp just freaking just exploding, but what you heard was someone harnessing that and controlling it and making it musical. And that's the kind of shit I want to do. I want to harness that power and just wield it and just make it musical. And there's a way to do that.
You got the goosebumps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so if you can achieve that with your gear, I think that's a really nice kind of spot to land on, you know, is harness that power. And that's what it's there for. You know, they do great stuff. You just got to let them breathe, let them do that stuff, and then find a way to harness it and make it musical.
Steve says diode is the tightest, but I say the rec represents the tubes. Is it diode?
Diode, yeah.
You're welcome, Steve. Marty 5, Marshalls are quite common and cheap in Europe. You better get a Friedman that's based on a Marshall.
Oh yeah, I could get I don't know if you've ever played the Cherrytone amps, but those are also based on Marshalls, but they're way less money than the Friedmans, and they're hand built in Malaysia by a guy named Nick, and he does really good work. Really good work. I'm not going to take anything away from the Friedmans. The Friedmans are amazing amps too. I think for the money though, I can get a lot of great stuff from Cherrytone. The Friedmans are just really, really expensive. I'm not saying they're not worth it. It's just, I just think that, because I've played the Cherrytone stuff. I had the Yeti on here, and that thing was pretty freaking ridiculous, you know. So, but maybe someday I'll get a Friedman. We'll just have to see, because
I thought you had a Friedman, something.
I had the Friedman cabs.
Cabs.
Yeah, the cabs are amazing. Yeah.
Jay says, let those puppies breathe, for God's sake. What puppies? You got some puppies?
No, he's talking about the amps. Let them breathe. You know, let them freaking.
I want a puppy, though.
Yeah, you do want a puppy. You want what do you want?
A French bulldog.
French bulldog. A snorty little bulldog.
Yeah. Those are freaking cute. And snuggly and snorty.
It's snuggly and snorty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So coming up. Future shootouts, I'm going to do, like this week, you'll see a dial-in of the 50-watt Stealth. I'm going to show you how I dial it in to make it sound like the 100-watt, or at least close to it, and because I shot it out with the 100-watt, and I got it really close. In fact, I made the blue channel, in my opinion, sound better than the 100-watt. The red channel on the 100-watt just breathes a special kind of fire, and you just can't imitate that with anything less. Tornado. Oh, yeah, it's a fire NATO and a sharknado. It's a fire sharknado. Yeah, barbecued sharks in a tornado. I mean, that fire that amp breathes is amazing. But I can get the red channel on the 50-watt really close. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a dial-in and a full demo of the Mesa Dual Rec. I might do that on Wednesday, but I'm also waiting on the, the Katana. The Boss Katana Mark II, I talked to Marty at Motor City, and they're probably already at the store. If not, they'll be there soon, and if they get here in time, I can do a review of those on Wednesday. It's a killer amp.
Out for you.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and then I got the pack I'm going to release, but it's free with any purchase either Tuesday or Wednesday starting then.
And you got to go back and put your links in.
Yes, and I'll do a 2-day sale on that for you guys, so you can check out that Friedman pack. It's the JJ Junior, and it's free with any purchase of any of my packs for 2 days only.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, I'm trying, and then after that it'll be up for sale. And then, so then I'll be shooting the Mesa Dual Rec out with the, its sibling there, the JP Mark II C+.
I feel like I need to move because we can't see what you're pointing at.
Yeah, the JP Mark II C+, which is right there. There you go. Yeah, so that will be that'll be a killer shootout. that will be an amazing shootout. So that's coming up within the next couple of weeks as well. So a lot of great stuff, man. A lot of exciting stuff. And that's honestly, guys, that's one of the biggest reasons why I buy this stuff. I mean, yeah, I love the amps, and I think it's a lot of fun. But I buy these because I want to profile them, I want to shoot them out, I want to demo them, I want to own them, I want to play them. I want you guys to be able to experience them through this channel, and hopefully I can do tutorials, dial-ins, shootouts, demos, all that stuff with them for you guys as well. And that's really why I'm trying to do this. And you can't really have like a legit YouTube channel unless you got some amps, you know, on the walls, and people look at it and go, "Where's all your stuff, dude?" Like, "Oh, I don't play you know." You got to have this stuff, and I'm trying to like legitimize the channel as well. So it's a lot of reasons.
Trying to justify his gas.
Yeah. Well, I think those are pretty good justifications, right? I think so. I mean, and plus, I really hope that you guys enjoy them. I hope you guys enjoy listening to them and like having a back and forth about them, because guys, that, you know, we're all gear nuts, you know, we're all very passionate about this stuff, and I want you to be able to come here and enjoy that, you know.
Steve Avenchik says, by far, this is the best channel on YouTube. And he
Thanks,
said,
man.
Carrie, you need to start coming on Wednesdays. It's just easier to read the comments.
Thank you very much.
I would love to come on Wednesdays.
I'd love to have her too.
Yes. Got children responsible.
Yeah, she got mama. She's Mama Bear on Wednesdays, so.
Yes.
Yeah, but
if I could ever work it out, though, I will for sure.
Yeah, you have a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For big stuff, for important stuff.
Yeah.
If you need me, you know I'll be here.
Hell yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. But what time is it? It's
time to go.
8:38.
8:38.
Oh, we've been on for a bit. Okay, I think we've accomplished everything we set out to do tonight, right?
Yeah, we set out to do, yep.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for the updates on the Kemper stuff and the community section. I'll be posting like what's coming up next. The Boss Katana review may happen this Wednesday. It really depends on if they hit the store or not. And everybody's always said great things about those amps, so I can't wait to get my hands on one and review it. And who knows, I might even compare it to a tube amp and just go, all right, let's see what the difference is, you know? I mean, that's what I do here. So we'll do that. And yeah, a lot of great stuff coming up, guys. I can't wait to get all these shootouts and tutorials and dial-ins done for you as well. So we're going to have some fun, you know?
I wonder if next year, 2021, I wonder if there's going to be a lot more equipment that comes out. Because
it's gonna be a ton, man.
Everything was kind of closed up, and there was a NAM. And
no, that's a good point, because
people working the grind and going to release it next year.
That's a good point, because there's a lot of stuff that should be released, or even just gear that's out now that hasn't been replenished.
Yeah.
Because they don't have parts, you know? You know, and so yeah, there's probably going to be an onslaught of all kinds of great stuff next year. So I can't wait.
Bring it on!
Yeah.
Bring it on, 2021.
Exactly, and we'll probably do. I'm working on a NAMM show here, so I want to talk to manufacturers and see if I can have a week's worth of gear that they would have released at NAMM, but I can go live with it, or we can go, depending on your schedule, live with it at least every night for a week. You know, and just do one piece of gear per night just to let you guys know about it. So I'm working on that right now as well.
Frailty Lives says Carrie rules. Thank you.
She does.
I agree with you.
I agree with you. Yeah, she's great.
Neo Blues, smash that subscribe button. Yes, please. Subscribe and also hit like. Please. So that the algorithms know there's something cool happening over at the Tone Wars channel.
Yes, please do that. We would appreciate that very much.
There's 2 more comments, and then we're outie.
Yeah, we're going to read a couple more, and then we got to go. I'm really sorry, guys, but tonight's going to be a little shorter than usual.
Chicago Todd, Boss amps are great for what they are. Funny story, once upon a time I bought the Katana 100-watt head to use as a bedroom amp since it had a built-in 4-speaker and a 0.5-watt switch. That was a cool amp.
Oh, cool, man. Thanks.
And then Steve Avenchik. I know I mentioned it before, and Motor City doesn't have it, I don't think, but try to get an H&K GM40. You will love it, and the lights, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll see what I can do.
He was in Kettner, right?
Yep, he was in Kettner.
Look at you. Remembered that one.
Look at you.
Well, thanks again for tuning in and for spending your Sunday night with us. We always look forward to this and enjoy it. I enjoy connecting with you guys over the chat.
Yes, we do. Thank you so much, guys. Seriously, like we know that there's a lot of places that you could go and spend your time, and we're honored and humbled that you come here and hang out with us. We're always just, super happy to have you guys here, and we really appreciate that very much. So Wednesday, I'll go live with something. It'll either be the Mesa, Dual Rec, or the Katana Mark II. One of those two I'll go live with, and we'll have a lot of fun Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. And we go live here every Wednesday night at 8 and every Sunday night at 7 is when Carrie joins me. And we always, keep it pretty fun on Wednesday, or both nights, but,
No, it's more fun on Sunday.
It's more fun on Sunday. Wednesday nights we get right down to business, man, and just do shootouts and tutorials and whatnot. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do, and we would appreciate that. And we will see you all very soon, Wednesday night for sure. I'll be live with you guys. So God bless you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Seriously, it really means the world.
Every day's a gift.
Yep, and thank you for spending part of yours with us.